The environment we surround ourselves with plays a crucial role in shaping who we become. Just like a seed needs the right soil, sunlight and water to grow into a strong tree, people need the right conditions to thrive. When someone is placed in a limiting environment, whether it's toxic relationships, negative influences, or a lack of opportunities, their potential is stifled. It's not always about talent or intelligence. Sometimes the biggest difference between success and failure is the surroundings that either nurture or suffocate growth. People often underestimate how much their surroundings influence their mindset, habits, and ambitions. If you spend most of your time around people who lack motivation, complain constantly, or settle for mediocrity, it's easy to adopt the same mindset. On the other hand, when you are surrounded by ambitious, disciplined, and positive individuals, you naturally begin to rise to their level. Energy is contagious, both good and bad. That's why successful people emphasize the importance of cutting out negativity and choosing environments that challenge them to improve. A limiting environment doesn't just mean negative people. It can also be a place that doesn't provide room for growth. A talented individual working in a dead-end job with no opportunities to advance will never reach their full potential. Similarly, a person with big dreams who stays in a small town with no resources or connections might struggle to turn their vision into reality. This is why many people seeking success relocate, change their circles, and put themselves in spaces that align with their ambitions. Growth requires discomfort, and sometimes that means leaving behind what feels familiar. Ultimately, breaking free from a limiting environment takes courage. It means making tough choices, distancing yourself from certain people, and stepping into the unknown. It's not easy, but it's necessary for those who want more out of life. The right environment nurtures confidence, fuels ambition, and provides the tools needed to turn dreams into reality. If you want to reach your full potential, you must be intentional about where you plant yourself. Pursuing something extraordinary often means stepping away from the crowd, and with that comes criticism and isolation. When you choose a path that others don't understand, you will face resistance. People are naturally uncomfortable with what they can't relate to. And when you start working toward goals that seem out of reach to them, they may dismiss or discourage you. It's not always out of malice sometimes. It's simply because your ambition reminds them of their own unfulfilled potential, making them uncomfortable. Criticism is a natural part of growth. The more you stand out, the more people will have opinions about what you're doing. Some will doubt you, question your decisions, or even mock your dreams. This is especially true when you're just starting and your success isn't visible yet. Many will tell you to quit, choose something safer, or conform to what's expected. However, their criticism often has nothing to do with you and everything to do with their own fears. If you let their doubts shake you, you risk giving up on something great before it even has the chance to succeed. Isolation is another reality of chasing big dreams. As you elevate your mindset and focus on your goals, you might find that you no longer relate to the people you once spent time with. Not everyone is meant to walk the journey with you, and sometimes growth requires letting go of relationships that no longer serve your future. This can be painful, but is also necessary. True success often comes with periods of loneliness where it feels like no one understands your vision, but in that solitude, you develop the resilience, discipline, and clarity needed to keep moving forward. The key is to embrace the criticism and isolation instead of fearing them. The most successful people in the world were doubted, ridiculed, and left to walk their paths alone at times. But instead of letting it break them, they used it as fuel to prove themselves right. Every great leader, entrepreneur, and innovator faced opposition before they found success. If you want to achieve something remarkable, you must be willing to endure the discomfort of being different. Choosing commitment over comfort is the foundation of success. Most people settle for what feels easy and familiar, avoiding the discomfort that comes with chasing big goals. However, true achievement requires discipline, sacrifice, and persistence. It means showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it, and pushing through challenges instead of taking the easy way out. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is often their willingness to endure discomfort for the sake of long-term rewards. Comfort is tempting because it provides immediate satisfaction, but it rarely leads to greatness. Those who prioritize comfort often find themselves stuck in routines that offer security but no growth. Whether it's staying in an unfulfilling job, avoiding difficult conversations, or skipping the hard work needed to improve, comfort holds people back. Commitment, on the other hand, requires stepping into uncertainty and taking risks. It demands effort, persistence, and the ability to keep going even when results aren't immediate. There will always be moments of doubt and exhaustion where quitting seems like the easier choice. The path to success is full of setbacks, failures, and obstacles that test your patience and resilience. But those who stay committed push through these struggles because they understand that growth comes from discomfort. They wake up early, train harder, and work longer hours while others relax. They sacrifice temporary pleasures for long-term success, knowing that every small effort compounds over time. True commitment is about making a decision and sticking to it, regardless of circumstances. It's about refusing to let excuses, fear, or setbacks stop you. While comfort may provide temporary ease, it never leads to greatness. Only those who stay dedicated through the hard times will eventually see their efforts pay off. In the end, commitment always outweighs comfort. Turning dreams into reality, failure is an inevitable part of any journey toward success. No matter how talented, prepared, or determined you are, setbacks will come. Many people see failure as a sign to quit, but in reality, it is simply a lesson, an opportunity to learn, adapt, and improve. The most successful individuals in the world have faced rejection, loss, and failure multiple times, yet they refuse to let it define them. Instead, they used each failure as a stepping stone toward their ultimate goal. Persistence is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. It's easy to stay motivated when things are going well, but true determination is tested when nothing seems to be working. This is the moment when most people walk away believing that their dream is impossible. However, those who push forward despite the setbacks eventually break through. Each failure brings valuable experience, refining skills, strategies, and resilience. The people who make it to the top are not the ones who never failed, but the ones who never stopped trying. When failure strikes, it can be discouraging, but it should never be the reason to give up. Every great success story is filled with moments of struggle, doubt, and hardship. Business icons, athletes, and innovators all have one thing in common: they persisted when others quit. They understood that failure is temporary, but quitting makes it permanent. Each rejection, mistake, and disappointment is a test of character designed to separate those who truly want success from those who only want it when it's easy. The road to success is paved with obstacles, and persistence is the key to overcoming them. No matter how many times you fall, what matters is that you keep getting back up. The process may be long and difficult, but every challenge faced and conquered builds the strength needed to achieve greatness. Success belongs to those who refuse to be defeated by failure and keep moving forward no matter what. When people doubt you, criticize you, or try to bring you down, the best way to respond is through success. Nothing proves people wrong more than achieving what they said you couldn't. Instead of wasting energy on anger, resentment, or arguments, channel that frustration into productivity. Let every negative comment, every rejection, and every setback become fuel to push harder, work smarter, and stay focused. The greatest form of revenge is showing those who doubted you that their words had no power over your destiny. Many people seek validation from others, but true satisfaction comes from proving to yourself that you are capable. The journey to success isn't about getting back at people directly. It's about reaching your full potential despite the obstacles placed in your way. When you focus on your growth and achievements, the people who once laughed at you will have no choice but to watch in silence. Their opinions become irrelevant because success speaks louder than any insult or doubt ever could. The road to success is never easy, and there will be moments of frustration when it feels like nothing is working in your favor. In those moments, remember that every struggle, every sacrifice, and every failure is part of the process. Use the negativity as motivation, not as a reason to quit. The more you stay committed to your goals, the more undeniable your success will become. Over time, the people who once dismissed you will either admire your achievements or disappear from your path entirely. In the end, success is the only response that truly matters. Instead of engaging with negativity, rise above it. Let your hard work and accomplishments do the talking. When you reach the level of success you've worked for, the people who doubted you will either regret not believing in you or wish they had supported you. The best way to silence critics is not with words, but with undeniable success.